Yeah, so what's going to happen this fall? It's like
Arizona.
everything's going to get canceled last minute, or it'll just go on, and it'll be like fucking 1,000 people got sick going to this or whatever, and it's just going to.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I still think that it is indoors with a lot of people with bad ventilation, like that's and then also that this new variant of it is more contagious. They're comparing it to chickenpox, where it used to be. You guys remember this? If you were a kid, chickenpox was so contagious that you just were in the room with another kid who had chickenpox and you got it.
Yeah.
Like they'd have chickenpox parties where everybody went over and got chickenpox.
I was going to say that in my neighborhood,
that's how contagious it was.
When one person got the chickenpox, not even like a relative in the neighborhood, then you would just take your kid over there to get it the fuck out of the way. Well, and now just how weird the fucking world is compared to like, no, here, you're going to go play and have a birthday party over there where the kid's scratching the whole time.
Go get sick. Go get sick. Come on, go get sick. That shows you what a loser I was, because I didn't get chickenpox until I was a senior in high school. I was never around any other kids.
And you've been fast tracked for sex at that time.
Yeah.
Like,
he didn't have chicken pox, but he had herpes chlamydia.
Yeah. Is that where he got nicknamed Pork Shank?
That's
I saw that picture of Chad posted of his. Wasn't that your nickname or your CB?
Well, it was my CB handle. Whenever I got when I was 4, I got a motorcycle that was a police motorcycle. I had a fake CB, so my grandpa told me that my name was Pork Shank and taught me how to say breaker, whatever channel you're on.
So he was subtly
Breaker 19.
Was he subtly referring to cops as pigs?
That's what I was just gonna say. You're on a police motorcycle and she's calling you Pork Shank.
It could have been. Look, now you're a pig, right? I mean, my grandpa's pretty fucking funny, and he's kind of an outlaw. So today, whenever all the women left the house today to go to Texas, and so it's just me and my dad, my grandpa, and so I was playing like Hank 3 and shit on the radio. They're really like rednecks and stuff, so it was a interesting day.
3 generations of Shanks.
Yeah.
I was outside today smoking a bowl, and my grandpa goes, "Chad, come in here and take a break with me." And I said, "I'm having a smoke, Grandpa." And he goes, "Fuck it, come smoke in here. I won't tell your grandma, and nobody will ever know." So I went in and I smoked weed in my grandparents' living room. My dad comes in, sits down. I'm smoking weed in the living room, and I hand it to him, and I go, "Do it, just to say you did it." I said, "Grandpa said I could." And Grandpa goes, "I don't give a fuck." And my dad was like, he goes, "I've already done it before when I was a teenager." He said, "but only when I knew Dad was like down at Rocky Point in Mexico or something." My grandpa's
300 miles away.
Yeah,
that shit'll make you lose weight.
Is that motorbike?
Well,
yeah,
with all the asbestos floating around the house, it doesn't matter if you're smoking a little weed.
Officer Asbestos Pork Shank.
Yeah, this is my asbestos filter.
Yeah. Oh, that's the cop bike right there, Chaille?
Yeah, that's it.
Did you do cop scenarios in your head, or were you just riding around?
Motor and seat.
Did you go pulling people over and shit, or like?
I had a cop helmet and everything. No, there was nobody else around. I think maybe I just pretended I was fucking rousting about minorities and stuff. Probably based on the area that I lived in. I'm just saying that's probably what I did.
Not disproving the Cartman theory here. Respect my authority. You imagine driving up the road and then seeing a little pork shank following you?
I want to try to
pull it over.
I want to try to fix up the pork shank motorcycle. I want to fabricate a seat and a little gas tank, make it look like a real motorcycle. I couldn't believe I found the fairing all buried in the ground. I couldn't believe the frame. It was 100 yards down the creek. Underneath, there was another picture that I posted where the trailer is lodged up in a tree in the creek with a boat on it, and then down underneath is my little motorcycle completely intact.
So you might have run across it years later if nothing happened, but the fact that it was like the whole house was ripped up and shit was churned about, it came to the top.
Well, it's been through a bunch of grandkids since me, and it lost the motor and stuff years ago. Had rope tied to the front of it, so another person had to pull you around on it. If you can look right at the front wheel, at one point Grandpa had to rebuild the rim, and he built it out of plywood and RTV.
That's a wood rim.
That is definitely a wood rim.
I wonder if they were all were they
it
all
probably
named
happened when the motor came off.
Yeah.
There's probably more than one pork shank.
Yeah, it's legacy.
Yeah,
they run that town.
Yeah, like the hills have eyes.
So you found that down the river, down the stream? Where did you find that thing? I missed that story.
Okay.
You just told it, but
all right,
explain
so,
it to me quick.
All right, there's I posted a picture of it on Twitter, but the boat, there's a trailer and with a boat on it in the yard, like a rowboat in the yard. Well, that all got picked up by the flood and floated it about 100 yards downstream into the creek. And then it was lodged up against a tree and all wedged in a bunch of shit. And underneath that trailer was that motorcycle.
Wow.
And okay, there's more too, because first of all, the first time we saw that trailer, there was so much brush washed in around it. We were going to have to chainsaw it out. It was going to be a real pain in the ass. Well, then a few days later, the flood came almost back up to the yard. There it is. Chaille's got it.
It's right here. You can see the bike.
Yeah.
Tire right there.
Oh shit,
little baby.
So both of those things were in the backyard, and then they were about 100 yards down in the creek there. I forgot. Fuck, I was gonna say.
It looks like the boat and the boat trailer got lodged there. Luckily, right before that, because that's what stopped the motorcycle from continuing on down the creek.
That's what I was going to tell you before. You couldn't see the motorcycle. The whole thing was. That's what it looked like all the way around. And then a second flood came in that got almost up into the yard, and then it washed everything free. And then the trailer was pretty easy to get out. We had, you can see it. It's not held in by much. We had to cut some shit out. That was the trailer that I dropped on my arm whenever Jenny says I have to go to the doctor. Where's my camera? How do you do it? I don't know how to do it. But you can see my arm something's fucked up with it. I don't know how to do it. All right. I don't know what the camera is. But anyway, that trailer fell on me and my dad, and while we were trying to get it out of there.
Yeah.
My arm. But
wow. You guys finally did something together.
Yeah, we're having a lot of bonding moments.
Yeah, get crushed together.
I did see that you I did see that the concrete barriers, you posted that. I like all your pictures, man.
Yeah,
that's buddy from high school.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks now?
Since the 5th of July. Yeah.
Wow. So COVID. That was
I was down with COVID. Your grandparents were getting flooded out of Arizona. It was a dark day.
I think I walked around my yard naked.
Andy's shoes were traveling all over America.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we all suffered that day. I was expecting my shoes on the 5th, and they didn't arrive till the 9th.
Oh no!
Just lucky to be alive.
Things you've had to go through, Andy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Like hell.
Yeah. Really makes you.
Hell, I did to myself. So, for the record, I don't want people to think I don't think that.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I do have a theory that I might have died on the 3rd of July, because the 4th of July sucked too, and then the 5th of July was this. 4th of July was when this happened. 5th of July was when I got up here. But I'm living in my hometown that I fucking hate with more than anything. Everywhere I go, I pass somewhere that I used to live with my fucking crazy mother, and it's just a fucking shithole of a town, and I'm living in the shitholiest of places. My grandparents are losing their minds. I almost cry every day because my grandparents are just losing their shit. We've been looking for my grandma's hearing aids for weeks because she said they got washed away. Yesterday, she pulled them out of her ears and handed them to Jenny and goes, "These don't work."
Oh,
and
no.
we were like, what the fuck? So, yeah, they don't work because you haven't charged them in a month, but we've also been looking through fucking rubble for them. And so
they've been earplugs.
They asked her, they go, "Where have your hearing aids been?" And my aunt had we just spent an hour conversation picking a set of hearing aids that she could order off Amazon for grandma. And grandma was involved in the conversation and everything. And we asked her, "Well, I thought they were, where did you find them?" And she goes, "Well, I didn't know they were lost." We're like, well, you're the one that said they were lost. So it's been very difficult to watch them deteriorate mentally.
It's hard, man.
Well,
so basically, my point is that I may be in hell. I might be in hell right now, fucking living. So,
well, we're just glad to be a part of it with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Anything we can do.
When I had all 4 of my brothers here, I was like, well, I might be in hell too.
That was around the same time, Andy. Maybe something happened. Maybe the rapture happened right around then.
Well, my shoes went into my hometown and stayed there. And that's when everything went off track. That's when Erickson got sick.
Well, that's when the universe is always shooting off on weird little timelines and tangents, and that's what keeps happening. You know, it happened in 2016 when Trump got elected. That was a weird, all right, now we live in a universe where Trump's the president. And it just keeps spiraling into little dead-end cul-de-sacs.
She was probably back to the 80s, really, and I was like, nah, I didn't order them or something, and then they went away. But I was supposed to be there to claim them somehow. I don't know. Fucked up, man. How long are you there, Shank? Is it still endless?
Well, I figure once we can get once we get the new drywall in and get carpet ordered here, and I'll just help on projects, because once we do that, then they can move back into the house. You know.
You cut out for a second while you were saying that, buddy. So how many more? How many more weeks?
Sorry about that. I don't know. It's whenever the drywall is in and the carpet is in.
Right.
And right now, all the drywall is out, and we're still treating the mold in the walls and trying to suck.
You've got a ways to go.
Yeah, at least, I don't know.
Another 20 pounds at least.
maybe get into that large.
Yeah, like large t-shirts.
Yeah, man.
Buddy.
Well, cheers to you. Hang in there.
Yeah, you're drinking plenty. I see that.
Those calories.
I look forward to these days when I can hang out with you guys and just drink some beers, because I don't want to go out really anywhere here in this town. There's enemies. There's people that I'm looking for that I want to murder in this town. It's not a good place for me to be out and about. So
triggering.
Anytime I socialize indoors.
It's like Gross Point Blank. You can't go out because you'll have to murder. Watch out for Dan Aykroyd coming at you.
I have a new neighbor.
Some of the pictures look good, Chad. I mean, I like that you're keeping up on it. But I mean, the show looks. This is a fucking church.
Take us through them, Chaille and Chad. Describe it.
So that's what I do in my Good Night from the El Rancho series on Twitter. Basically, what I figure is people are funding me to stay here. You know, that's the only reason I'm here. I would have been I mean, I'd still be here. I would just be sleeping on the ground, probably out at my grandparents' house. But so the fact that I have this room is fucking. I'm really grateful for. So I'm trying to keep people updated with what is going on as much as possible because
That's cool. All right, it's nice, and you've said your thank yous. Now tear it apart.
I think we get a rescue van and we go around like the wolf pack, not big gyms, because fuck them.
Yeah, well, we certainly don't want to be confused with Big Jim or the Zappos Corporation in any way.
Yeah. Well, we get a Big Jim climate van, and we just show up, and we have like a mobile bar for sure, and drugs, because you're going to have to work shifts.
Andy, that's a great idea. And you know what? We could even do it like reverse Charlie's Angels, where we call in on a speakerphone to Greta Thunberg, and she gives us our climate assignments. And then we take off in the van and we go help people, man.
Yeah, like Team America, but for climate disaster.
Yeah.
So I've been doing Twitch streams at night.
Greta's dicks.
With that view right there, I've been doing Twitch streams at night a lot of